Hey, what's going on, family? Can you guys see this? Look at the title of this article written from Protos. The SEC is claiming that Justin Sun has directed wash trading scheme from his U.S. apartment. Why would the SEC now claim that? Because if you guys didn't know, they do have a lawsuit going against Justin Sun, telling the courts that he went ahead and sold unregistered securities that is against the SEC rules. So why all of a sudden turn around? What changed? Why would the SEC claim now, after this case has already been filed in the courts, to come in and revamp and change their claim to say that he directed wash sales trading in his U.S. apartment? Tron founder Justin Sun, quote, promoted TRX and or BTT to consumers and investors located in the United States, end quote, during lengthy business trips to the country, according to a WeWorked lawsuit from the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC. So they revised their lawsuit against Justin Sun. Why would they do that? The only reason why they would try to come in and revise their lawsuit is because maybe they didn't have jurisdiction. So now they had to combine something to substantiate that even though Justin doesn't reside, quote, in the United States, they had to come up with something to place him there while he was promoting Tron or BTT. If they can make that combination, if they can make that connect, then they have him. They will have Justin Sun. So now they wanted to come in and revise their lawsuit to put that in there. Sun had previously asked for the suit, which alleges that he, along with the Tron Foundation and BitTorrent Foundation and Rainberry Inc, sold unregistered securities in the form of Tron and BitTorrent tokens to be dropped. See, Justin wanted them to drop the lawsuit right there. Sun claimed that the SEC, quote, is not a worldwide regulator, which is true. They're not. Their reach is only within the confines of the borders, so-called the United States. They cannot go out anywhere else and try to enforce their rules on the other countries. And that it was, quote, targeting predominantly foreign conduct. So the moment that he requested, I'm talking about Justin, requested that this lawsuit be dropped, and this was the reason, the SEC said, all right, cool, I had to come in and revise my lawsuit then. So they did. So now they're trying to state, the SEC is trying to state that Justin was directing wash sale trading in his U.S. apartment. If he directed wash sale trading in China, wherever he's from, Japan, any part of Asia, they couldn't do anything. So they have to make a connection to where this person was residing in the United States all the while promoting Tron and BTT. That is how they're trying to connect this individual, Justin, with selling unregistered securities under the jurisdiction of the SEC. Can they prove that? That's why they got the courts. We'll see if they'll be able to prove that. However, in updated documents, the SEC asserts that it does indeed hold jurisdiction over the defendants because they, quote, purposely took actions in and directed towards the United States. Again, if Justin did his promotion of Tron and BTT outside of the United States, they couldn't do anything. But here, the SEC is saying that he took actions in the United States and that he directed it towards the United States. Those two things, they got to connect to the person called Justin Sun. According to documents filed on Thursday, the defendants promoted Tron or TRX and or BTT to consumers and investors located, again, in the United States. Offered and sold TRX and BTT in unregistered transactions to individuals located in the United States. Conducted a fraudulent scheme to wash trade TRX on a trading platform based in the United States, namely Bittrex. You see how everything is in the United States? Significantly, the revamped lawsuit also claims that, quote, during the course of his work on behalf of the Tron Foundation and BitTorrent Foundation and or Rainberry, Sun traveled extensively to the United States during the time that TRX and BTT were promoted, offered, and sold. Sun allegedly spent more than 80 days in the United States in 2017, over 120 days in 2018, and around 180 days in 2019. If they can connect him on any of these days within these years, promoting Tron or BTT while he was here in, quote, while he was in the United States, then maybe they can have a case. The suit also alleges that Rainberry rented an apartment where Sun stayed during some of his U.S. trips in 2019. Rented. This wasn't like he stayed at a hotel, allegedly from the SEC. So how do you think this is going to go for Justin now? Is it going to go good? How will the market in Tron take that information? Because here it is right now. This has been the price action in Tron. And we did a price prediction in Tron all the way back here on February the 22nd. And we was expecting that the market in Tron was going to go higher, but we wasn't massively bullish. You guys can see that we was already knocking on this massive sell zone right here. And the market for a couple of days did go higher within the sell zone. But you can see it didn't last long. Those sellers that we identified on our prior video on the 22nd of February were definitely still there. And that is when the market completely collapsed. There's no way that we need to anticipate Tron coming all the way up here towards 18 cents. Not yet. So outside of us seeing the market over what? From the 27th to the 29th, 2 days, that was the only opportunity that we had to see this market in Tron actually gain some profit for us, which would have been around 2 3/4. That was it. Outside of that, we would be down. Once the market in Tron broke our ultimate area of this buy zone right here, that was a dead giveaway. We told you that. Seeing the price in Tron break below that. And the charts don't lie. Look what happened. Since the market in Tron broke on the 14th of March, it has lost this much value already. 14%. So yes, the dynamics has changed in Tron. Let me show you. So let me get rid of this price prediction here. Let's get rid of this buy zones. And the next logical area that you would have to say that we could possibly see Tron run towards would be this trend line. Okay. So the market in Tron was very overly extended, I would say from January to beginning of March. And now we're trying to come back to a place to where business can reside. We're going to go ahead and do a buy zone. This is where we're going to place a buy zone into the market in Tron. Okay, so let me go ahead and put that there. That's a logical area that we can actually see the market in Tron run down towards. Okay, it may come up a little bit higher to this area. But either way, I would say one of those two areas is where the market in Tron is going to try to find the next level of buyers to see if they really want to hold the price. So here it is on the weekly chart. Take a look over these weekly bars. We got those indications of weakness there. So it shouldn't be a surprise that the trend has changed so far into the market in Tron on the weekly basis. Here it is on the 2 weeks. Real quick look in Tron on the 3. Here it is on the 5. I don't like the 5 weekly chart. Look at this. Okay. And then on the monthly. So basically what I'm saying is that I do suspect that there's still some weakness here on the charts for Tron, and that we're going to anticipate some lower prices. Take a look at this. This area right here is going to be our closest area sell zone. So if the market doesn't break above this sell zone, then that still confirms that the trend is still intact. And then this is the next one up here. Okay, so that's just on the 330-minute chart. So I am going to look for price in Tron to continue to decrease. We got these two targets though that we're going to look forward to. Okay, so we're going to hold this upper sell zone around 12.5 cents as our biggest area of resistance. So we really won't change our analysis until we see the price action in Tron break this 12.5 cents. But here's our first target right here, either at the high or the low of this first buy zone. At the low is 9.25%. Second target is going to be at the second buy zone, either at the high or the low. 13.7 at the low. All right, so that is it. I am finished. You guys are up next. Give me your thoughts as to what you think about the SEC lawsuit changing up their case against Just Sun, and or what is your price prediction for Tron over the next month and a half, 2 months. Make sure you maintain the profitability, and as always, trade different.